Alright, in the last lecture, we have learned together how to count categorical variable. In this video, we will talk about how to group summary statistics. Grouping data is vital to arrive at key conclusion at an initial exploratory analysis phase. For example, when you deal with a retail dataset with variables such as order ID, customer ID, shipping date, product category, sales region, quantity ordered, cancellation status, total sales, profit discount, and others. Grouping the data and aggregating it helps you to arrive at answers to questions such as those that follow. Which region was the most profitable? Which product category had the most cancellation? What percent of customers contribute to 80% of the profit? Here you see a dataset concerning 4 students, their name, their subject, and they do exams and have scores in semester 1 and semester 2. Okay, this is a dataset, as I think, for 4 students, okay, and 4 subjects: physics, chemistry, biology, math, and all these students do their exams and have scores in semester 1 and semester 2. Okay. The question here is, what is the average score for semester 1? Okay, I need to know what is the performance of students in physics, in chemistry, in biology to compare. Okay, so the question is, what is the average score for semester 1? Depending on the previous lecture, you can calculate the average score for semester 1 by, first, you need to filter rows or subsetting rows that have physics in the subject column. Okay, and after that you need to zoom in the column semester 1 and you will receive the mean value. Okay, you will do the same for chemistry subject, for math subject, and the biology subject. Okay, but here it is more complex. The code is more complex. You can get the same answer or receive the same answer if you use group by. Grouping involves aggregating across each category. Aggregation may involve operations such as count, sum, exponent, or implementing a complex user-defined function. The group by function of pandas helps with grouping. This is not much different from the group by query in SQL and spreadsheets. Through a group by function, a chain of actions gets executed, split, and then apply and combine. Splitting segments each category from the desired grouping variable to perform further operations with it. Then function can be individually applied across each of these split groups. This function might involve aggregation, like sum across a group or mean across a group. Transformation may be filling not a known number with a group or sorting. Filtration, applying conditions within a group to drop rows, or even a combination of these 3 operations. Finally, these results obtained after the function are applied across each of the split groups are combined together. Let's split the student data frame by subject variable. Okay, you need to write or call the method group by and pass the key as subject. The object created is not a data frame, but rather an object type unique to the group by function. This is the type of the grouping object. Okay? If you need to list all groups of a student data frame based on subject, you will get biology, okay, and the rows of biology in data frame numbered 12, 13, 14, 15. There is also group called chemistry with this rows number, math with this rows number, physics with this rows number. You can see here that each group in category is mapped to the row index labels covered by each category. If you wanted to group the student by the subject and take the average, okay, you write the statement student, this is the data frame, and call group by with key subject, okay, and then calling the average score by mean. You will receive subject as biology, chemistry, math, and physics, and you will receive the average score of semester 1 and semester 2 concerning all the students, okay. Here you will find that the average score for biology subject in semester 1 for all students is 70, okay. If you wanted to group the student by the subject and select the same one column and take the average, you write, okay, grouping by subject and zoom in the column theme 1 to get the average score of theme 1, okay. You will receive this subject, biology, chemistry, math, physics, and these are the average score of semester 1. If you want to split the data frame into sections based on the subject, you will call getGroup. The getGroup attribute of the group by function allows data to be filtered by one category out of all the categories available in the group. Okay, calling getGroup with the subject biology, you will receive only rows that contain biology in the subject column with all other column, name, semester 1 and semester 2. The group by object is iterable. But what do we mean by telling you that the group by object is iterable? It means that it is a sequence. It can be used in for loop, okay? For name and group in student.groupBy of subject, print name, print group. You will receive the name of this section of this group based on subject, biology, and you will get the section of the data frame that has biology in subject column, okay? And the next cycle it will get back, you will receive chemistry as the name of the section and the section of the data frame that include chemistry in subject and etc. Okay. If you want to get multiply grouped summaries, okay, this is just like used with n-grouped summary statistics. Recall the aggregate method, okay, aggregate method. Then you will group students by subject and zoom in column 1 if you are interested in this column and calling aggregate, and then list down or write down here what is the summary statistics you need. Here you write mean value to get the average score and the standard deviation of same one. Okay, you will receive subject, okay, biology, chemistry, math, physics, and then you will receive the average score and the standard deviation of the column same one. Okay. If you want to make groups of student data frame based on two keys, subject and name, you will receive this subject, biology, chemistry, math, physics, and then grouping by name. This is all the names: Ali, Khalid, Muhammad, Omar. And here you write same one to it seems that you are interested in column same one, and you need only the average score. Here you see aggregate. If you omit or discard the aggregate method, it will do the same. Okay, as aggregate, when using aggregate, you need to do more summary statistics, more than one function, or you have your customized function. Okay. If you need to do multiple grouped summaries on two columns, semester 1 and semester 2, and you do grouping by two keys, subject and name, okay, you will write this sentence and you receive this result. We have, if you need to sort the groups by the contents, okay, use method size, okay, which tells you about how many items in each group. Okay, if you groups your student data frame based on subject, as you know, there are 5 groups: biology, chemistry, math, physics, and each one include many observation, okay, number or certain number of observation. If you want to list down how many observation or how many rows in each subject, use the size. Okay, but here all the subject includes the same number of observation. If you have a different number and you want to sort these values, you can use the sort values method. We reached the end of the lecture. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe the content if you like the content. Thank you and goodbye. Bye bye.